Welcome to KMVC News. I'm Drake Higgins. Missouri Valley College hosted Kansas City's 56th Mayor Sylvester James dinner and speech for the students in celebration of Black History Month. KMVC's Jacob Cooper reports on the premier event of Black History Month and the former mayor's latest projects.
Good evening. No. Good evening. Good evening.
Missouri Valley celebrated Black History Month by hosting a dinner and speaker for students. A Missouri Valley senior, Monica Shabanda, organized the event and invited Mayor Sly James to speak because he is a known orator and would have more relatability being a Kansas City mayor and still Kansas City resident.
Well, it's Black History Month. We don't have a lot of speakers that come to Missouri Valley campus to talk to us, and I thought that this would be a wonderful experience. He's a local. A lot of people here are from Kansas City. A lot of people go to Kansas City. A lot of Kansas City policies do affect in some way Marshall. I thought that it would be awesome to have someone who's older, but not too old, but still relatable, that comes to talk to students.
Everything except anything.
Mayor James entertained the students with a speech that emphasized being a leader, the importance of being educated, and reading. And although he isn't in the office anymore, he still works with kids bettering their education.
But really focusing right now on working with kids or working with families in that 0 to 5 space, because it's so critical to everything else in terms of education.
Mayor James shared stories with the students that touched both the funny bone and the heart. One story he told was his time as a Marine and how their code of ethics, improvise, adapt, and overcome, influences him even today.
Well, the one thing that I think has happened because of that motto is that I've never found a problem that was insurmountable. Because it might look insurmountable, but you kind of find a way around it. You improvise, you adapt to the circumstances, and you overcome it and still accomplish the goal. It was learning that obstacles are nothing more than big challenges.
Mayor James also says to remember luck is preparation and opportunity meeting and can't be wrong by doing right. Quotes he also said helped him be who he is today. Jacob Cooper, KMVC News.
The Black Student Union also hosted its biannual Wild and Out event to celebrate Black History Month. With music, food, and laughter, everyone was welcome to attend and challenge the BSU team to various rap and hip-hop themed games, as well as friendly roasting and freestyle comedy rap. The opposing team was filled with members from one of the campus fraternity, Alpha Sigma Phi, and other students who wanted to volunteer. At the end of the event, BSU won against opposing team, extending a winning streak from last year. In Black History Month with a bang, the Missouri Valley College Art Club hosted an African-inspired fashion talent show. KMVC's Crystal Adams reports on the look of heritage.
Tribal print, body paint, and dashikis. These are some of the elements that contributed to a night full of laughter and entertainment. President of Art Club, Brittany Fernandez, gives more insight about the fashion talent show.
The event consisted of a talent portion, which displayed different types of talents like music, singing, dancing, playing instruments. It's also part of African culture.
One artist that performed in the talent show, Nadir Hazley, says how his music ties into Black History Month.
I make music specifically for African American individuals who went through the same things I have and had the same struggles as me. And I feel like it's relatable in that way.
The fashion talent show also consisted of students modeling different fashion pieces between talent performances.
We had people wearing dashikis, people in head wraps. We had guys with African symbols on their bodies, and at the same time having a description read about each fashion and symbol on their bodies.
During the show, there were raffles being drawn for prizes and awards given out to the winner of the talent portion of the show. Crystal Adams, KMVC News.
The Fashion Talent Show was hosted by the Art Club and sponsored by the Student Government Association. This event took place in the Eccleston Mabee Theater on February 25th. Missouri Valley College theater students have a chance to direct their own piece of literature to bring it to life. KMVC's Jayla Jackson reports what the students learned about themselves through the direction of others.
Here at Missouri Valley College, they offer a class just for students that are looking to direct and produce a play written by classic writers of literature such as Plato, William Shakespeare, and many others.
I learned a lot about listening to your actors and working together, because just because you're the director doesn't mean that you're like a dictator. It's always good to get input from your actors and, work together as a team so that the process can be more collaborative.
While preparing for their plays, some of the directors ran into complications. Alicia Hicks had to direct and act in her own show.
So we're having, this is for directing too, which is a class here that you can take on MoVal. It comes every other year or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what times, but I'm here. So this process had to do with going through, picking our own plays and directing our own thought process through the plays and figuring out how to handle certain things. Like I had a couple times that an actor quit on me. Explains why I'm also in my play. So it's one of those ones, it's kind of like a problem solving in my opinion, but then you also get to work with people and see how interactions go.
If you are interested in acting in one of these plays, audition for a role for an opportunity next year. Jayla Jackson, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley College men's basketball player Tavius Brazil has had the best season of his collegiate career, posting career highs all across the stat line. KMVC's Chardonnay Parker reports on how Brazil transformed his game and transformed how he has been recognized by the Heart of America Athletic Conference.
All athletes have a different road to success. Missouri Valley College men's basketball player Tavius Brazil has been named Player of the Week by the Heart of America Athletic Conference. After winning the award, Brazil reflected on how his game evolved during the last 4 seasons.
My freshman year, I came in, worked hard. I played a couple games on Orange or JV, but after that, I really just been on varsity the whole time, and I've just been working hard and every day. It really just kind of just happened when you perform, coach sees it.
Brazil has been a constant leader for the Missouri Valley College men's basketball team.
And then for me, I just try to perform every night the best I can to help my team be successful.
Brazil was named as Player of the Week following a pair of double-doubles in 2 home contests. In one contest, recording a career-high 14 rebounds.
It feels good, but to be honest, I just want to win, regardless.
The men's basketball team looks to continue to be led by Brazil as they begin their playoff push. Chardonnay Parker, KMVC News.
The playoffs for the Vikings begin against second-seeded Clark in the Heart of America Athletic Conference Tournament in Dubuque, Iowa on March 5th. The Missouri Valley College tennis teams defeated Ottawa University on the 1st of March for their 3rd wins of the season. The men's team is now 3-2, while the women improved to 3-1. KMVC's Anna Babiak reports on what became the Vikings' first home win of 2020.
Both tennis teams hosted the Ottawa Braves at Marshall High School. The men's team beat the Braves 6-1, while the women's team triumphed with a 7-0 shutout. The men's and women's captains provided updates during these matches.
We won all 3 doubles, which only gives us 1 point this year, unfortunately. And then I started off with a win. My opponent retired because he was hurt, so it's 2-0 right now.
Well, I think we've been doing great. We won all our doubles and we're pretty much winning all our singles. Well, for this season, I think we have really good players, really strong players. So I think we're going to actually do great.
Co-ed tennis coach Ryan Carney says that he has faith in both teams' abilities to bring results, even when practices can be unpredictable.
Matches this time of year are a little bit tough because we don't have that much great weather to practice, and so we've practiced a relatively limited amount. And so with that in mind, we're doing well and looking forward to a good week of weather to continue to practice. I'm not really big on predictions. We're going to do things right day by day and hope the results follow.
These wins bump the men up to a record of 3-2 and bring the women to a record of 3-1. Anna Babiak, KMVC News.
Next up for both tennis teams is a handful of matches as part of the annual spring break trip in Hilton Head, South Carolina. The Missouri Valley College men's track team qualified 2 individuals to compete at the national meet at North Dakota State University. Head coach Dale Boring says he hopes that both of his athletes will return as All-Americans.
They kicked butt, man. Clayton stepped it up, had a couple personal bests in heptathlon that enabled him to win a darn thing. he's a freak athlete. He could go to the Nationals next week and be an All-American. Jaleel is just, he's a class act as well. He's been a pleasure to train. Won the conference 5,000, qualified for Nationals, and we're hoping he can be an All-American as well. So,
heptathlete Clayton Gauze says maintaining his health is key to what helped him win the conference meet.
Remember my training, stay consistent, things like that, you know. Just hone in on all the things I worked on in practice throughout the week, like make sure that translates.
Gauze says being versatile is what it takes to compete in 7 events.
I realized I could do kind of more than just just my individual events, so I kind of looked off into specializing. Instead of specializing, just kind of going into, training for everything, and just, kind of came about, I guess.
Jaleel Howard says going into the national meet, he needs to stay focused with the pack.
Not go out too fast, in front of the pack, but there's going to be people, runners that are going to be very antsy, because it's the national meet, it's all about place then. So I have to really focus.
The national meet takes place March 5th through the 8th and is available live on the NAI network. The Missouri Valley College Fine Arts Division shows are usually built around student work, but KMVC's Ruya Sakamoto reports it closed February by opening an art exhibit featuring various works by faculty.
The Missouri Valley College Division of Fine Arts hosts the Art Faculty Show. The adjunct and professors introduce their works. They present many forms of art from painting to sculpture. Each of them have different messages to spread to the audience.
We each have kind of a message, a theme to the work, and Carly will talk better about hers, about loosely anxiety in the world and being optimistic. And then mine is about people preparing one another for growth. So it's images that you can recognize, people with light on them doing things, but also supposed to be kind of harmonies of color and moving you through the painting.
Fletcher said she wants to do the faculty show every 4 years so students can see what the faculty are making. The daily life gives her ideas and inspiration to do art.
So just seeing light coming in a window, watching a plant grow, things like that. I'm really inspired by things that change a little bit day by day, because to me that's a metaphor for us changing a little bit day by day. But also my mind is filled with images like Egyptian art, Italian art, beautiful Japanese ceramics. So the artwork affects the way that I'm actually seeing things, so it all mixes together.
Fletcher said she's learning together with students even when she's teaching. The MVC Faculty Art Show can strengthen people's ideas and push them to act. Ryu Sakamoto, KMVC News.
The faculty show is open through March 20th. Missouri Valley is hitting spring break, so our next show is set for March 24th. Thanks for watching. I'm Drake Higgins, and this is KMVC News.